So let me, so if it is there, I'll clean up my Jenkins file. .jenkins will be there here. So this one you have to delete it. So I'm cleaning up. See, Jenkins has gone completely. So no Jenkins now. Now go back to the Jenkins folder, or even you have here also. So even from here also you can run. So what you need to do is just to do CMD and it will open, but I don't want this duplicates. One is enough. Okay, one is enough. Jenkins where file CMD, go to the location of the, so Jenkins where file, see java -jar, just tab it automatically. Only one file is there, you will get that. Press enter key. So that's how we are starting the Jenkins server in our local machine. So this password is very important. You need to copy and so put it in one notepad. So at the time of installation, you need this. So I'll paste it here. Okay, so it's opened and make sure. So this is, you will get here the option Jenkins is fully up and running. So once they see your port, this Jenkins will run on 8080 port, 8080 port. It will tell clearly here. It will run on 8080 port. See, Jenkins is fully up and running. So it will run on 8080 port. So what you can do, you go to the any browser. Okay, so go to the any browsers. So simply open localhost :8080. Just give like that. See, this is the Jenkins started. So give that password, whatever is copied. Installation also I'm showing. Continue. Next install size to plugins. It will install a lot of plugins. So let it complete. So it will take some time. So that's the so installation. So meanwhile, let's cover this. What is Jenkins? So as I mentioned, Jenkins is a open source CI/CD tool. Why do you need this? Because so every day you want to run your regression test cases, automation test cases. How can you run? So that purpose you can use this tool. And it will send the once you write the code and you can test your code in the Jenkins build. So what it will do, it will build and it will run your automation test cases and send the response results to your email. That's a Jenkins tool. So what is Jenkins? Jenkins is a CI/CD tool which is used to run our automation test cases or build the code and run the test case against application code and send the report to our emails wherever you send it. It will give the report. So whether your code is proper or not, whether your code is compiled properly or not, everything will be tested here in the Jenkins tool. So that's the main tool. Once a build is successful and your main unit test cases and integration test case are run, then you can deploy. I was telling, right, that you can deploy in the QA environment, staging environment, and pre-prod, then to production. But every environment you will test it. Then it will move the code to next stage, next environment. So everything, one time you won't move the code. So first one environment, you will test it, working fine, signed off, then code will move to the next environment. So that all this code movement you can do easily with this Jenkins pipeline. So they will build a pipeline. With that pipeline, you can do that. So let's go and do check this. See, everything installation is done. So create I'll create my own user. Otherwise, you can skip also. See, skip and continue as admin also. But I want to create my own data. Test @123. I'm giving test @123 username. So the message, this one. Save and continue. Remember this username passwords, okay? So otherwise it's a difficult. Again, so resetting is a bit complex. Why do you want to make the complexity? Just copy paste somewhere. Okay, so this is the Jenkins. So first you can create a job, and so job is nothing but it is going to have multiple parameters, and multiple parameters you set it, and you will give your project so path and your branch, and it will run automatically. So that's the job. So even you can create a pipeline. Pipeline is a different stages will be there. First building, then unit test case running, then another stage integration test case, next regression test case. Like that, different stages you can build in the pipeline. Stage by stage, it will move the code. So that is the pipeline means. You can create the pipeline also with this Jenkins tool. I'll show you. First, let's configure this Jenkins. So how to configure? Once installation is done, just configure. So manage Jenkins, you click. So then you can go to system. You can go to configuration. This configurations you can go, or system. Let's go here. System configuration. Global settings. I'm setting global settings and paths. Basically Java path I'm setting here. You need to set the Java path. So there is a global, see this is the Jenkins location, and then we have global properties. Here you select the environment variables, click on add. So Java home. And value, you can give the value. So basically Java path I'm giving. So that's the path. That's it. So you don't need to do any other thing, just do that. Okay, just do that, apply and save. Once the configuration is done, then go to, so create either new item or create a job. Both are same. Okay, so generally you will see this left panel, new item. So this is the first time only you can see this. Next time onwards you won't see this. You will see always this one only. So you have to create a job is nothing but you are creating just a folder. Under that you will give a lot of steps. So I'm going to create, so hybrid open cart automation test. Okay, so you can give it time May 14th, 2024. So select the freestyle. If you want to create a pipeline, you create a pipeline. I'll show you the pipeline also. Freestyle project. Click on OK. Once you give the project name, click on OK. So then it will go to a lot of steps are there. So there are a lot of steps are there. So we can configure that steps, and you have to create some builds, plugins you have to install. So I'll show you those plugins also, but first create this, okay? So this job is used to run the open cart automation end-to-end test cases. Okay. So there's a lot of space. See, you can see a lot of stages. General first, source code management. That means you can give a GitHub directly. You can pull the code from GitHub, and it will every day it will pull the code from GitHub, and it will run the your test cases on the latest code, because many people are keep merging the code, right? Once they merged, automatically it will pull. So that's the kind of so when you want to trigger the build also, you can set up. I'll show you that. So it's not GitHub. Execute concurrent builds if necessary. Let's leave it. I'm not taking a source code. Generally, if you take a Git, you have to give GitHub URL. But I'm selecting because I'm giving from my local machine. See, next build triggers. So the second part is this one. I'm selecting none. And first part, you don't need to discard old builds if you want, if you have any, but I don't want anything. This project is parameterized, no. Execute concurrent builds if necessary. So if required concurrent builds, you can run it if you select this checkbox. So build triggers remotely, build after other projects are built, build periodically. This is a very important. How can you schedule the jobs in Jenkins? That's a question, interview question. So in the job, there is a parameter under build trigger section. You have to check build periodically. That means a cron job you can set up. So cron job means, so you can give the time when you want to run your job. So automatically it will trigger on that time and day. So that's a scheduling, build periodical scheduling option. This is called, see, minute to hour, day of the month, day of the week. You can give, these are the 5 parameters. You can set up the 5 parameters based on this, and it will run your automation test cases automatically. You don't need to come and trigger. You can trigger map if you want, but automatic triggering also available. That is done by this build periodically. So that's one. So let me take here a lot of examples. See, every 15 minutes means you have to give like this. So this is called cron job. So every 10 minutes means you have to give this. Once every 2 hours. But first I'll give this every 15 minutes. I will ask to trigger. So once a day on the 1st and 15th of every month except December. So you can give like this. HH 1 15th 111. So this is giving like that. Once every 2 hour slot between 8 AM to 4 PM, you have to give this. So I'm going to give this one first. Every 15 minutes, I want to trigger. So this is the cron job. Automatically, every 15 minutes, it will trigger job automatically. So that's the build period, how to trigger the job or how to schedule the job in Jenkins. This is a very, very important entry question. So next. So GitHub hook trigger for a Git SCM polling. Basically, what is this meaning is, suppose one developer merged the code. Then your Jenkins should be notified when you select this. Or if you check this, it will go and poll every time when there is a new code change happened and merge it to GitHub. So that is these 2 options. Automatically, it will check that. And if it is already merged some code, and then this build will trigger automatically. So that's another option, this one. Either you can do a specific time and date you can give, or no, I don't want, whenever code merge happens, that time I want to trigger means you have to select this. The hooks you can set up. So build environment, delete workspace before build starts, add timestamps to the console output, and inspect build log for published build scans. Terminate build if it's stuck. I don't want, I will terminate. Timeout minutes 3. Okay, that's fine. So then build steps, this one, build steps. So you want to run execute window batch command or execute shell script or invoke top level Maven targets. I want to execute Maven targets. So right, Maven targets I want to execute. So you can give here clean install or clean test. So you give that. So that's your goals. So the goals means Maven commands. Clean install or clean test you give. So pom. So give the pom.xml path. So I'll go here and I'll give pom.xml path. This is my pom.xml. I'll give this path. So complete path you can give. Because my Jenkins also local machine. That's why I'm giving this path, automatically it will run. Otherwise, you have to push the code to GitHub, then you can run it. Otherwise, directly you cannot run. So in the local machine, my Jenkins is there. So my code also local machine. That's why it will go and pick from here and runs the test cases. So then post build actions. I want publish JUnit test reports, and so you can give different options. Email notification, but still few more you can do. But this is some reports you can give if you want, what reports you want to generate, all this. So all tests and report open cart JUnit tests. So like that you can give, okay? But this is not the one we want. We want, just save it, okay? Save this. But we want test engine reports. For that, you need to do one more plugins you need to install. So you need to install some plugins. So if you go to here, see which plugins you need to install. I explained here very clearly. So these are green balls, HTML publisher, test engine results plugin. Let's go and install these plugins. So where you can go to dashboard, manage Jenkins. So there is a plugins. Can you see there? Plugins, click on plugins. So click on available plugins. So here you can search green ball. See, this is the green ball. Just click on this, install. So you see, you will get like this. So that's the green ball means. So here, install it. So you have installed. So that is done. So once it is done, see, this is done. Is going to install. So done. Go back. Again, available plugins. Test ng results. Select this. Install. Install all the plugins, whatever the plugins you need. So what is the other one? So test ng results is done. HTML publisher. HTML publisher. So we can go HTML publisher. HTML publisher. See that? So this also you can install it. See, once this is done, you will get a green. Okay, HTML code done. So go back. So next, what is that? Maven integration. See, Maven integration. So pipeline integration also, just install all of them. See, it will install. So once it is done, you can go and run the test cases. I'll show you how to run the test cases. Done. So we're done, right? Go to dashboard. See, this is our project job name. Click on job name and click on build now. So build now. See, build has started. So just go and click on this. You want to see logs. So then click on console output and you can see the See who started, and all the logs will be shown here. So this is the automatically even. So next 15 minutes, automatically it will trigger. You can see that. This is the manually we trigger, right? So this is the build number, build 1. We triggered. See here, automatically test cases are started. Right, it will run. It will run the test cases. So that is the, so how to run this. Even let me show you one more quickly, because instead of wasting time. So let it run, okay, let it run. We'll go and I'll create a pipeline. How to create a pipeline? I'll show you how to create a pipeline. So this is a normal job, right? Freestyle project. But how to create a pipeline? So let's go to new. So Jenkins first pipeline. So there is a pipeline here. Select this. Okay. And creating sample pipeline. See, you have a build triggers, how you want to trigger the build. You can see, so this is the one pipeline. You have to give, so format, see hello world. See, this is the format. See, pipeline isn't any stages. First stage, you can create one more stage if you want. I'll create one more stage. So here, test. Okay, so this is the test. Welcome to test stage. Like that, you can create multiple stages. So, but you have to give, so this format. So this is a JSON format, right? Just apply, save it. See, now you can trigger this Jenkins pipeline. I'll just click on build now. So because it's already running, right? That's why it is not showing. You see what is the reason it is? So there is an issue. Groovy control multi compilation error. Startup failed. Workflow script expecting curly bracket at line number 9. So line number 9, it is missing. Curly bracket is missing. So let's go and fix that. So configure, modify that. So because we made a mistake here, right? I think it is this one is ending where? Here. And then this one is ending here. And this one is there. And this is there. Okay, so and this one here and this one here, and fine. I think it's fine now. Let's see now. Second, see, it is started console output. You can see that. See, hello world. Hello Ramesh, welcome to test stage. See, this is successful. Now, if you go here, see, this is the green color and this is the pipeline. So hello is one stage, test is another stage. Like this, you can create a multiple stages. Okay, so this is the pipeline building. And you can write multiple. See, this is the one job and this is the another job. So this is what is happening here. You can go and see that. Somehow it failed. Interrupted, I think. We interrupted, aborted. Because okay, another job was running, right? That's why. Anyway, it will start because another 15 minutes, right? It will start. So this is how you can run the test cases in the Jenkins. So this is whole process, end-to-end process. This is the very, very important. So the framework design is a very important. In the framework, how to work in the framework is the crucial. Maybe we have some time. Let's go and do that. First, I will push the code. This code I'll push into Git repository. So GitHub I'll push. So let's have the GitHub. I have a So I already told to create the GitHub account, right? So here you can create a repository. How to create? Go to top right and click on new repository. So first you are creating a new repository. So you give the repository name. So I'll give my project name is the repository name so that it will be easy for me to push the code. So this is the one. Okay. So that's the, and if you make public or private access, you can give. So this repo has open cart end-to-end test cases. So then you can ask you to add a README file. So README file it will add. So create repository. So create. So the main branch will create. So this is the main branch. So I was talking, right? Main branch, and see one file you have. And then what you need to do is you have to clone this. You have to clone into your so copy this URL. So, and you need to install a Git, one more Git. Before doing this, you need to install a Git. So please install Git. So google.com is a very straightforward and quick and easy way. Git download. This is another tool we need. So downloads, Git downloads. Go to Git downloads and you can see Windows and click here to download for Windows. So this exe file will download and it's very, very quick installations. So it doesn't take much time, even see, and you can go there and run it. It started already. It started because of, so this has started, see, second build started. I didn't start, right? It started. So that is the advantage. So you can see here Git, this is the Git, just exe file, right? Just double click automatically. So it will ask for installation. Do the installation. I'll click next only. You don't need to do anything. Any changes not required. Just click on setup cannot continue until you close all at least those applications in the file that, okay, I have my GitHub, so I'll close this. Okay, let's close this. That's why it was complaining. See, now it is going fine because I already have this Git. So let it install. It will take a few minutes only. It won't take much time. Very quick. So what we need for pushing the code to remote repository, you need a Git version control tool you install. So download and install it. So then you will get a git bash one command prompt. Git bash command prompt, you will get it. That git bash command prompt, you can enter some git commands. So close that. And this is the Git. So Git for Windows, and go to the location where you want. So go to the location where our project is there. Just right click, show more, and open Git bash. So this is the test, and do first command, you go git init. So I'm initializing this project as a Git. Okay. So now you create a Git branch. You can see now Git branch, if you see main Git branch. So it will show main branch, the master. So master branch. Now you can create a branch, Git checkout -b. How to create a branch? Git checkout -b and branch name. So open cart test to May 14, 24. So that's my branch name. I can see I'm moving from master branch to this branch. So git status. See, I have all these changes. So now what I need to do, I need to add all these files to this branch. Just do git add. Git add means whatever the changes you did. So git status will show you what files modified in this directory, in this project. So these are all the files modified. Use git add to include all the files into your local. So these files will be added to your local repository. This is the local repository. Master is a remote repository. So now I'm adding to my local repository all these changes. How to add? If multiple files are there, you can do a git space dot. If you want to add one by one file, git add file name you give. Automatically that file will add. So I'm giving multiple git add. So all files will be added. So first we did git init for initializing the git. Your project will be initialized as a git init. Then git branch, you create the branch. So on top of master. So then these are all added and git status you do. Now they will change to color. See color change now. So all before it was red, right? Now it is showing in green color. That means they added to your local repository. Now save that. Saving, you do git commit. Git commit -m. Open, give a proper commit message. Open cut end-to-end tests. So then see git status, if you do, it will say nothing to commit. Working tree is clean. That means all are added to this local repository. Now you want to push this code to remote repository. You just do git push origin and this. So you can give that. Paste it. So the branch name you are giving. So origin doesn't appear to be a Git repository, would not read from remote repository. So it is not recognizing this one. So let's, so we need to make this more readable. So I'll pull this. I'll clone, otherwise I'll clone this. Okay, let me clone this. How to clone the remote repository? So you can clone this remote repository here. Somewhere you can clone it somewhere. Okay, maybe I'll go to Git repositories. GitHub project somewhere is there. I'll go inside this WebDriver. GitHub projects will be there here. Do we have? So I'll go here, WebDriver info. Here I will go and I'll clone it. So how to clone? Let me show you. Git clone. Paste it. See, this entire project is cloned here. See our WebDriver framework. Now you go to inside that hybrid framework. So now main is there. So ls, you can see only readme file is there. But how can you bring these changes? You just go here and copy this all files. Eclipse workspace, hybrid framework, all these files just copy there. Just paste it here. So before making changes itself, you have to do this, but we already did. So we already did. That's why I'm copying here everything. Now what you can do. So this is the main, right? Other one I'll close it so you won't confuse. So I'll give you now git status. So you have a lot of readme file and So this one. Now you are going to get git add. So you add all the files. Git commit -m -m adding readme file. So git push origin. So origin doesn't appear to be a Git repository. Git checkout may see nothing is there. It is coming. Git checkout. What is there? So the code is not copied properly. So 2 branches are there? No, only 1 branch. Could not read from remote repository. Please make sure you have correct access rights with repository exist. I have access. Okay. Settings. SSH keys. Sometimes you need to add SSH keys also, password authentication, all this, but yeah, developer settings. You can generate the process key. That fine, that is not required now. Previously, I was not having that. Otherwise, you can add files from here also. See, you can add files, upload files. You can add all the files here also. This is another way. But this git commands, maybe I need to show tomorrow to you this one. I'll show this git commands tomorrow because so we need to set it properly. Otherwise, it's not going to work out. So somehow this is some access issue I am having. So I need to see that why these access issues. And git status, git checkout. Branch. Okay. Git origin. Maybe. So it's not recognizing. Git checkout. So the branch name, this branch. You see, 2 branches are showing, right? So the branching is created.